Hey everybody, David here with the Fragrance Bros. Now many of you may have already seen the live video that I had a couple of weeks ago. I was on vacation and I went to go see Jer for a few days. And while we were there, we shot some reviews of the Imaginary Authors line. So it was a giant video, over an hour long. So I wanted to cut it up into individual reviews so maybe people can find them a little easier. If you want to go see the full live video, you can go down here. I'll have a link down below to that. I did some minor editing just to cut out a little bit of things here and there. So without any further ado, here's the first review, St. Julep by Imaginary Authors.
I'm Daver.
And I'm Jer.
And we're the
Fragrance Bros!
Coming at you with a special video, this time live at Jer's house. So I am on vacation and we're visiting Jer.
Yeah.
Because of course he moved. So
Yeah.
I thought this is the best place to do a few reviews. So we are reviewing St. Julep by Imaginary Authors.
Yep.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get straight to St. Julep.
All right.
So St. Julep is Imaginary Authors' newest scent. I'm a big fan of Imaginary Authors. This is really cool. Of course, the video camera isn't doing it justice here. It's their newest fragrance. Date introduced is 2017. It's classified as an aromatic green. Notes are sweet mint, tangerine, southern magnolia, bourbon, grisalva, sugar cube, and crushed ice. Now, let's see. I received this for review by Imaginary Authors. It's no surprise. They usually send me something for review. Yeah. So really, really love that. Really thankful for that. Of course, that's not going to be reflected in my opinions of it. I'll give you my good, bads, and uglies about it. And Jer also got some travel sprays from them.
These are so cool.
Yep. So the travel sprays, I think, are about 15 mils, and I really like their travel sprays.
Yeah.
Really great price. Let's go ahead and get to longevity. What did you get out of longevity?
Really?
Yeah.
We gonna start with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Of all the things about this fragrance, that may be the worst.
Yeah.
That may be the worst thing about this fragrance. Maybe the only negative about the fragrance. So, I read Mark Binky's review on Colognes.
Okay.
He said that he got 11 to 12 hours longevity out of this fragrance. So maybe we should quickly define what we mean by longevity.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I say longevity, when I'm talking, I don't mean how long I can smell it at all on my skin. I just mean how long it's actually doing anything for me, how long it's being useful and functional. So by that definition, I would say 3 to 4 hours tops, probably, right? As far as like what it's pushing away from my body, anyone other than like the closest of people can smell it. I would say 3 to 4 hours probably. So poor.
Yeah, it's the same with me, and that's my biggest complaint as well.
Yeah.
And that's a big complaint.
Yeah.
And let me also say this. I think you guys know that I'm not a stickler on a fragrance that's going to last forever. I don't need a fragrance to last beast mode.
Yeah, sure.
And I think there's merits to a fragrance even if it doesn't last a long time. So if it lasts just a few hours, there's a place for those type of fragrances.
Sure.
However, this doesn't smell like the type of fragrance that should last only 3 hours or 4 hours.
Right.
And that's usually how long it lasts on me. Bill Cool got 1 hour, and I could totally see that.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Bill.
Yeah. I get tops 3 hours.
Yeah.
Tops.
Yeah. I know.
And, I mean, that's like ideal conditions.
Yeah.
And it could be a number of things.
Mm-hmm.
Grisalva, which is one thing we'll talk about. Grisalva, the ingredient Grisalva is kind of like an ambergris, synthetic ambergris type of scent. So it's a very musky scent. If you smell this, there is something in here that smells kind of like royal oud. So I'm thinking that royal oud has Grisalva in it.
Interesting.
That's just an assumption. But it has that kind of muskiness that royal oud has.
Yeah.
So it's just a very beefy, musky note. So yeah, longevity is very poor on me as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a big shame, as we'll get to in a little bit.
It is.
What about projection?
In the beginning, I think it's pushing pretty well, but then I would say it probably goes down in proportion to the longevity. So 3 hours, it's not pushing out real hard. So why don't we go with average on average?
Yeah, I'm going to say average as well.
Yeah.
Average tops.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was very weak as far as projection.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the comments.
Yeah, totally, yeah. Projection seemed like it was fine for a while it lasted, but
yeah,
it's pretty weak.
Right.
I talked to Josh Meyer about the longevity of this, and I said I only got about 3, maybe 4 hours on this, and he said that that was by design.
Yeah.
And that it's going to be a very light, musky, sweet mint scent.
Right.
Like on your skin. But in my opinion, like, I didn't really get much of that much longer anyway. Like, if it's a skin scent, it didn't seem like it was that much at all. But really, I'm not wearing a fragrance to be a skin scent.
Yeah.
So I'm really only interested in how I can smell it for that period of time. So,
absolutely.
So for me, it was just not very strong at all.
Yeah.
Season notes say this is great for spring, and I think this is good day or night.
Yeah.
It has a very good day-night quality about it. I don't know what it is, but it just is very good.
Yeah.
Purpose, I think this is great for casual. Great for casual. I think this will work for work, but it's not going to last your whole work day. That's the only problem.
Nope.
And so, yeah, day and night.
Yeah.
What does this remind you of?
A couple things, honestly. So I bet you won't agree. That's okay. So when I first smelled it, I was reminded of Atelier's, what was it again?
Oh, Citron d'Érable.
Yes, I got a lot of that, and I think there's a couple reasons. Number one, like the sweetness, right? So there's some sweetness up front, a little bit of fruitiness, but a little bit of grounded, like herbaceous sort of stuff as well, which in turn reminded me just a little bit of like vetiver fatale, which was what I said about the previous fragrance as well. It doesn't smell just like that, but to me it's a similar vibe. I really like the mint because it's not the kind of mint that's annoying. It's not like this toothpastey, like mouthwash, obnoxious kind of mint. It's the right kind of mint, and it's well balanced by. I don't remember the notes, but like maybe it's like a little floral kind of, and a little herbaceous, and a little sweet. It's a good combination.
Absolutely.
I love this scent, man. It's like really well rounded.
Absolutely.
I love it. I think it works equally great on women as well as men.
Yep.
All kind of different applications. The thing about work, even though it doesn't last a long time, I think it does become a bit of a skin scent over time, and so I kind of like that actually, because if you don't want to be too invasive at work with your scent, I think it actually works all right. So I really, really like it. I have a million great things to say about it, but the longevity.
Yeah, it's a deal killer to a lot of people.
He said when he posted that it was out. He said it was going to dry down to a skin scent. So I agree. I believe him that it's intentional.
Yeah.
I guess I just feel like I wouldn't have done the same thing if I'd have made that scent. I would not have made it that way. If you can make it differently, like if it was within your power to change it, I would have made it last longer.
Yeah. I agree. I think that was probably a misstep here because I totally agree with you as far as the scent. It's phenomenal. Like, it's seriously one of the best that he has. Like, conceptually, the way it smells is amazing. Right away, the mint is great. Perfect mint. The sweet mint reminds me kind of like those dinner mints that you have.
Like the soft kind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot like that.
Okay.
It's not like toothpaste,
which
some people, and I think that's annoying. That's the annoying kind, the ones that taste like toothpaste or whatever.
Yeah.
Or gum or whatever. It's a sweet mint, so it does taste like one of those dinner mints, very soft. And
like the bowl your grandma has.
Exactly. It's a grandmother's mint. I get a lot of the mint first. The tangerine, very noticeable. Tangerine may be one of the things that reminds you of Citron d'Érable, because it has an orange note in that as well.
You're right.
The magnolia, very kind of faint, but it's in the background. There is kind of that a little bit of that floral component. I get a lot of sugar at the top too.
It's mad sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet, but it's not like overly sweet.
Yeah.
They do this really, really well.
Yeah.
A lot of the sweet, sugary scents out there today are done terribly. Like, it's just all sugar.
Yeah.
The sugar is balanced so well with everything else. You're right. There's a lot of the. It's just a perfect balance. I do get a lot of that Grisalva, which I guess. When I say that, I get a lot of that muskiness from
Grisalva. Is that like a synthetic ambergris?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So that's that muskiness that you get from it. So I get that musky quality in this.
Yeah.
So it is a gorgeous scent.
Tis.
And this really shows how talented Josh Meyer is at creating a scent.
Yeah.
Because when I sprayed this, I was like, this is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the longevity, though.
Bruh. BRUH, bruh.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
It was the first thing. So it was the first thing that my wife noted about the fragrance. Sprayed it on, loved it, but then within an hour or two, like, where did it go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I guess if you intend that, then you hit your mark, and that's great. But for me, because it smells so good, I wanted to keep going.
Yeah,
You know what
absolutely.
I mean?
To me too, like the way that this smells, sometimes the way it smells kind of indicates how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
Something about it. If
That's
it,
true.
It smells deep,
Yeah.
then it seems like it's going to last a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
From that musky quality, I thought it was going to last a long time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's really upsetting to me
Yeah.
because I really wanted this to last.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it lasted 6 hours, this would be just a masterpiece.
Yeah.
You know, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
So that's pretty unfortunate. Now, this was inspired by a mint julep, if I'm correct. Mint julep is a cocktail with.
Which, it doesn't smell like a mint julep.
So I've never had a mint julep before. One of our friends' weddings, our friends, some friends of ours, had a wedding.
Okay.
It wasn't one of their weddings.
Just so many weddings.
It was their wedding. And they had mint juleps there.
Yeah.
So apparently mint juleps take a lot of time to make because you have to macerate you have to crush the mint leaves and you have to make it or whatever. I'm not really sure. But they had a bar there that served mint juleps there.
Okay.
Kind of a very southern type of thing.
Absolutely.
So I think that's really cool how this is kind of a southern inspired.
Magnolia in the notes.
Southern magnolia, bourbon.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of bourbon in there, but it's not overpowering.
I don't even notice it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's not super boozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful scent overall. It just doesn't last.
Yeah.
And I guess it's almost made me a little hypocritical here because I don't normally care about longevity.
Yeah.
But I think it's usually if it's a very citrusy type of scent,
Yeah.
then I can give it a little bit more of a pass.
Yeah. You're like, I expected this.
Yeah, exactly. But this seemed like it was going to last longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it didn't. So that's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah. So I would, just to finish up, I would say that it was so great in the opening, and I think probably my wife would agree as well. It was so good in the opening that the fact that it didn't last, and it lasted even less than most fragrances with minimal longevity last. It was shorter than most. So I guess that's almost like a compliment and a slight to it at the same time. It's like a point against it because it doesn't last so long, but you want it to last longer because it's so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a two-edged sword, shall we say. Yeah.
And what about compliments?
Yeah, I mean, so mostly my wife and I wore it around each other. We both wore it. We both loved it on each other.
It's great on men and women. It
Yeah.
really is.
It works perfect on each. We both loved it. Both were bummed it didn't last longer because we both wanted to keep smelling it on the other person longer. So almost all wonderful things to say about this fragrance.
Yeah, totally.
And then it also transforms over time too. Some of that sweetness comes down, and you get kind of more like the herbaceous stuff. And we should just keep going, man.
Yeah, I've had a couple people smell this, and they really, really loved it.
Yeah, but they did.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, with good reason, I think this is just something that is absolutely just wonderful.
Yeah.
My wife said it was nice, but she said it was better on girls. And I could see it being really good on girls. There's something about it that reminds me of a scent that she has.
Yeah.
And I think that's the Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche. I think there's something about it that has that type of smell. I'm not really sure. But anyway, she has a scent that kind of smells like that.
You know, I think it's like the combination of the floral aspect and the sweetness that just, it's hard to pull off as masculine. That's kind of a feminine combo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think so. This never came off as overtly feminine to me, though.
No.
So I really love it. But I could see a woman really liking it, though.
Yeah.
I think it's really down the middle.
Yeah.
But to me, anyway. Let's see. Bang for buck, this is $95 for a 50 mil. $95 for a 50 mil with Imaginary Authors is the normal price.
Yeah.
I normally think that's a good deal.
I do too.
With this, I'm not quite as sure.
Yeah.
I almost want to say get a travel spray.
Yeah. I mean, look, it does have application.
Yeah.
It does have an application. It's great for when you don't want to smell for a long time.
Yep.
But I would agree, like, get a travel spray and see if that application is present in your life or not. Because if you're the kind of person that just works a regular schedule and wants it to last most of your work schedule, It's not going to do that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So maybe you want a smaller amount.
Yeah. I think this is a very good scent that is a lot like Imaginary Authors scents, which is kind of like a standard deviation from designer scents.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is just a really likable scent.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
But final rating.
Final rating. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Because the scent is so good. I mean, like the longevity is a huge bummer, but I still like it so much that it comes above 3 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 as well. If it was just on scent, and if this lasted for like 6 hours, this would easily be a 5.
Yeah.
But it has a little bit less application just because of its longevity.
Yeah.
It's one of those scents where you kind of have to use it only for certain times. That you're only going to be out for a couple of hours or something like that.
Yeah.
I've tried this a lot with a lot of different sprays, up to 6 sprays, 2 sprays, 6 sprays.
50 sprays,
15
20 sprays, 50 sprays! This video.
And there's no difference. There's no difference in the performance.
Really?
Yeah, none. So
if you bathe in a gallon jug, as this guy just said, you could still expect 3 hours.
Yeah.
So buy the travel spray so you can carry it in your pocket, and you can freshen up halfway through the day.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't hate that. I mean, I think that's a good idea if you like that.
Yeah.
But for this type of scent, I was just expecting just more.
This is the first scent in his line that doesn't last.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like, most of the other ones for me are like, dadgum.
Right.
Can we take a break?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them are.
Right.
A lot of them are. Okay, so that's all we have for St. Julep.
Thanks again for watching this video. If you want to go watch the full video, I'll have a link down below to that if you want to go watch it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on your way out. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to check out my other channel, Beast Made Reviews, where me and a friend review high quality products for men. You might like it. Go check it out.